All right, friends, are you frustrated right now and you want to increase your chance of closing prospects over the phone? Well, I'm going to give you some tips that hopefully will take you to that very next level and help you find profitability. First off, tip number one, if you're taking notes, is you've got to treat prospects not like prospects. These are real people that need you. So treat these prospects like real people that you may know, your friends, maybe your family that you like, all right, not the ones that you don't, but treat them like great folks that you can help find what their problems are. These are friends. These are real people. And always remember, we got to stay grounded and focus on them like real folks that we're there to help find what they want us to do for them. The old so what, all right? So prospects are not prospects. They're real people that have real problems that maybe your product can be that solution for, all right? So tip number one is so important. Treat the prospects like real people. When it says Joe up there, I want you to think, oh wow, Joe's got to be such an amazing, great person. I can't wait to get to know him. If it's Jolene, you got to think about Jolene like a real person. I can't wait to get to know them. Wouldn't you want to be treated that way? I want you to take your time that every lead is going to be laser-like focus on, man, this is a great person that I get to meet today. Here we go. So critical to you. Now, number two, once you know that this person's a real person, not just a prospect or a phone number, number two is so important that we kind of slow down. We decrease our speed and we just get to know what the client wants us to do for them. So important. The better that you are as an insurance agent in unpacking the client's problems, the higher your chances will be of potentially closing their business. It's not a guarantee. 90% of the agent force fails to treat a prospect like a person. 90% of agents industry-wide don't always slow down. They focus on sell, 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 tell, tell, tell. Am I right? So what I want you to do is just slow down and really intentionally focus on the consumer. This is going to close the gap for you so that you can get what you want, which is you became a solution and got a sale. But slowing down is so critical to building trust. Slowing down is so important that the client is going to be like, wow, this Jason guy, this Jolene gal really took her time with me to figure out what I want. This is so important. Just like good service at a restaurant gets a bigger tip. Well, if you want to have a better closing ratio, really slow down and be intentional about getting to know that great person, now spending the time to unpack the problem so that you can be that solution that they desperately need. But taking your time is important. Agents that rush sales calls rob themselves of the opportunity. And I've been in this industry over 2+ decades, 20+ years, and there's been moments in my career where I didn't close the business. And you know what? I took a deep breath and I go, you know what? I knew what I should have done and I didn't do it. Okay, you could taste that sale and you didn't take your time. And then guess what? The door of opportunity closed and it was my own darn fault. So number two is critical. Take your time, my friends. Follow your systems. Systems will keep you safe. The moment that I've sped up in my career, it's cost me a lot of money. So slowing down, being intentional with every person that you get to meet is going to be very helpful for you. Now, number three is big, is once you've treated that prospect like a real person, once you've slowed down and actually followed your systems, then number three is big. I've got to assume the business with compassion. I've got to assume that business. You're going to lose 100% of the business that you failed to ask for. Sometimes people will tell you no in the beginning. No is not a closed door. It's an opportunity for you to explore, maybe a little deeper, into what you could do for the client, and you don't even know if you can help them yet. It's so important that you take that pause, that tactical pause, and go, that's not a problem. And then focus on maybe why they sent that lead in. What was on their mind when that took place? Taking your time is so critical to you becoming a top performer and closing that gap in what you are trying to attain. But assuming that business, once you've laid the groundwork, that maybe the problem is final expense, or the problem is these estate taxes, or the problem is X, Y, or Z. They want to leave money behind for their beautiful grandkids. then assume the business once you know that it's affordable. You're calling the client to a state of action, and so many insurance agents will give a great presentation. They'll go into the friend zone and never make it through to the end zone because they don't ask. This is so critical. Ask for the business because you know that you've earned it. You've earned the right because you know what you are designed to do. The problem is they want to leave money, let's say, to their kids so that the kids aren't burdened with burial or cremation costs. As long as it's affordable, don't feel bad about asking them to do business with you. Believe it or not, there's agents that have done all the groundwork, followed systems, and then right at the end, they drop the ball. This is like football teams that go all the way and they're right in the end zone, and then you know what? They don't push it through. They don't ask. It's all about you just asking permission. Mrs. Johnson, if we could take care of your burial costs, would, let's say, $50 a month take food off your table? When she says no, then would it make sense for us to take this burden off your kid's plate if it was affordable? And when she says yes, go for it. Assume the business. It's so important to you increasing your chance of getting profitability because it's not guaranteed to anybody. 90% of the agent force has weak knees when they are supposed to be asking for the business. They don't slow down. They speed up because they think that somehow taking a shortcut or going a little faster is going to get them the close faster. And nothing is a bigger lie in this industry. Laser focus on treating every person like a great person that you know. Don't be treating them like prospects. And you may find that you like who you get to talk to, and take the stress off too. Make sure you got enough leads that when those conversations happen, you aren't stressing yourself. If you got 100 leads, treat the first 5 like a practice session. Don't have pressure on yourself. Take care of great people, get to know them, and more importantly, get to know what you can do for them so you can decrease some of that frustration. And agents that have calling anxiety, that's not abnormal. At some point in your career, you're going to go, darn it, I don't feel like doing this today. Well, feelings aren't going to help us become a top producer. Discipline will, habits will. Making the calls, but more importantly, making the connections to every great person that we can interact with. It's all about them so that there can be an us in this industry, but being intentional is so important in an industry where so many people are distracted, so many people get derailed by every little shiny thing, the somehow quick solution to sales, when there really is no quick solution to sales. It's you spending your time with that great prospect, uncovering problems, and you know what? The money will magically appear when the problems are there because they're going to put that fire out. They're not going to let that problem, if there's one that you've kind of unearthed, they're not going to let that stay there. But if you go too fast, the client won't see the casualty of a poor decision, and they won't see the contrast if they maybe got a contract with you that would make that go away immediately. This is all about getting day one solutions as much as it depends on us as insurance agents. And this is something that is so critical. Take your time so that you can have the best time that you can over the phone. But know that the first couple calls every day are kind of practice sessions. It gets you in that rhythm because momentum is magical, but habitual behavior is big too. But just do 2 calls at first, then do 2 more, and then 2 more. And then you're like, okay, practice calls are out of the way. Let's go have some fun and get to know the great people that truthfully need you. Remember you're needed. Remember why you became an insurance agent, and hopefully your wallet will be bigger because now you know what to do. When 90% of the agent force fails, you know it's a performance-based business. You're ready for the rejection. Hopefully you've got the training necessary to be that person that your great prospect, who you get to know and like, is going to need. And I hope this gives you a lot more success. If you need any free resources, jasonfinalexpense.com. We'll gladly serve you. And of course, we also recruit and partner with powerful agents as well as agencies like yourself to sell life insurance, Medicare insurance, and annuities face-to-face, but more importantly, in the telespace. So free resources always. I appreciate my friends. Remember, you've got what it takes, and enjoy this video up above. And I hope this is a help to you as well. We'll see you soon, my friends. Have a great day and a more powerful tomorrow.